Lately, I've been researching on Stronghold Kingdoms the Pike research in order to try and focus on increasing the number of hit points that my pikemen have in order to make them better arrow sponges, basically better sponges in order to protect my archers. Who serve as the main force of attack when I launch attacks, which these days are primarily into wolf lairs and so forth. I primarily attack wolf lairs because I don't consider myself at a point where I can do pull off more difficult attacks, such as those on bandit camps and AI castles in Stronghold Kingdoms, because I can barely produce any units other than the archers, because I spec so many points into them and into boosting the farm production, the production of the various farming food productions available to me for my main village, which is bread, cheese, apples, vegetables, and meat. Most significant event of today was when me and Mom went out to eat at Happy Days on the Go. The video footage of which I shot, I'm currently uploading to YouTube. I already uploaded the first half-hour long part to YouTube roughly 9 hours ago. The second 21-minute part is still uploading to YouTube. Today I first got up at 9 in the morning, though in order to get up at 9 in the morning I had to change my breathing pattern, do something deeper like this. In order to pull myself from the brink of falling back to sleep. Because when you're in that state, that's pretty much the only thing you still have control of. I completed this upgrade on a workshop, and of which I'm going to boost it up to the next level as again part of efforts to increase my production of supplies. I could potentially get enchantment from the Spire of Eternity. Although I think the only enchantment spell I can get from that kind of event is a combining catalyst. There's no tournament currently, so my only realistic option is to use a bunch of time boosters. Try and get a combining catalyst early. That seems to be my only realistic option. 2 5-hour time boosters should do it. Yeah. I think we went to Happy Days on the Go around 11:30 in the morning. During my time there at Happy Days on the Go, I got 3 specialty hot dogs. The Albuquerque, which has jalapenos and my choice of either nacho cheese or queso, of which I opted for the latter. So in this case, jalapenos and queso cheese. The Billings, which if I recall correctly had onion rings and barbecue sauce. And the Boys, which had tater tots and cheddar cheese. And I think either both of them or just one of them in this case, I'm more leaning towards the Billings one, had bacon on it. All 3 of the specialty hot dogs were pretty tasty. I ended up getting a soda cup. For my first refill, I mixed Dr. Pepper with orange crust soda and put in ice. Though while getting the ice, I accidentally dropped a few ice cubes because as they fell from the machine, they kind of missed the cup. I think they hit the rim, something like that. Excuse me. And then for my second refill, well, I guess technically it might be my first refill, and what I said was my first refill was my initial filling. Anyway, for the second cup of soda, I got a mix of Mountain Dew and Orange Crush soda. And after the hot dogs, the specialty hot dogs, I got a banana split sundae, that consisted of the flavors, the soft serve pineapple, of which I was initially going to get the cotton candy flavor until I saw an advertisement for the soft serve pineapple that I think featured fruit by Dole. The superhero flavor, and then orange sherbet. And I said I wanted all the fixins on the banana split. It came with bananas, whipped cream, and some hot fudge, but oddly enough, no cherries. Mom ended up giving me the cherry that was put in her strawberry milkshake, putting it on to my banana split boat when it was about a third of the way eaten, according to what I remember from the video. Yeah, I still don't have space to place the evolvable building down. On the way back from our trip to Happy Days on the Go, which for us was just a few minutes drive, Mom made us stop at a gas station. Gas station nearest to us, and she had me she gave me $8, 8 $1 bills to go get her I believe it was a 20 fluid ounce bottle of regular Coca-Cola, kind of like that one, only I believe a bit bigger, because I think that's a 6-pack of the 18 or 16 fluid ounce bottles. And also, in case I wanted something, in this case I got a aluminum can of Rockstar Punched energy drink. Even though I could easily tell that beverage has, I believe, a high 200 calorie count, and it ended up having 61 grams of added sugars, which alone is more than your entire daily limit for added sugars. I'm glad I got the Clam Cliffs in the end. And then when I got back home, I ended up finishing an abandoned styrofoam that technically dates back to 2019 according to my estimations, but technically speaking, I abandoned it, and it was only just today that I at last got around to completely finishing it, so I technically had to date it for today. I've been spending the past hours trying to do research on copyright and its regards to fair use, because I'm trying to wonder if my vlogging videos count as fair use. These videos are generally non-commercial, since I haven't gone out of my way to join the YouTube partnership program. And if I did, I believe I would disable monetization for most vlogging videos, since although in the case of the vlogging videos I do talk over them, I'm not sure whether that would be enough to make the use of the copyrighted music be considered transformative use. I wouldn't count it as a news reporting, since that's more like, that term is more for professional or amateur journalism. And my vlogging, I don't think strictly falls into that sort of case. This sushi is part of a grocery shopping trip from me to Wegmans on our way home from band practice. I think she made the grocery shopping trip at around 9 p.m. while I was still researching. This has to do with the copyright strike I received regarding a takedown of a video I took at the time of my graduation from high school back in 2017. Today I at last managed to figure out how to get the video to play for me and only me, because at the time being it's no longer available for public viewing on YouTube. I just had a feeling that the takedown had to do with audio content, since it was by a music rights society, in this case the Universal Music Publishing Group, or I believe UME. Excuse me. But I've not been informed of exactly what audio created the copyright dispute. I listened to the video myself. The only song I could really identify on my own was a song called All She Wants to Do Is Dance. I think it was written by Don Henley. In the video that was taken down, there is other copyrighted music that was played through a radio. I did some research on some court cases of fair use lawsuits in regards to specifically copyrighted music on YouTube videos. I could only really find one case that involved recordings of live performances of a Prince concert, and in that case fair use was not found. In particular, I don't think I'm necessarily promoting any of my YouTube videos over other YouTube videos. I've been trying to find information on whether vlogging constitutes fair use, but at the time being, I don't think I've been able to find anything, truly definitive. I also did some work on the 99th Dan Hamming episode, but what stalled me for the time being is whether I should have a business-friendly character be at the front desk for this new in-between scene I'm working on that features the hotel lobby to kind of introduce the Uber drivers or Kyle's family members coming in, or whether I should have a Styrofoam prop character be at the front desk. But first, in order to really try and make that consideration, I would have to complete a Styrofoam drawing for that. Of which I hope to start work on that sometime soon. Again, I had a feeling that YouTube's content ID system should have automatically caught it, but I understand it's most likely some kind of learning algorithm. And when I uploaded the first Happy Days on the Go video, it had copyrighted music on it, technically, but I guess the effect of converting the radio waves onto this audio recording format through my phone, in this case, I believe it's a Android V20 or something similar to that effect. Camera capture app. Or the default camera app created quite a bit of distortion. And so I guess that made it unintentionally edited enough for YouTube's Content ID system to not officially detect it automatically. So I felt that maybe there was some kind of manual Content ID system. It seems like in this case, though, the Universal Music Publishing Group didn't use it. I just have feelings that it isn't exactly necessary to issue a copyright takedown, because if copyrighted audio is involved and the Content ID system doesn't automatically detect it, you could probably do a manual Content ID claim and then block the video either partially or worldwide, or run ads on it. In which case, in the case of video being blocked worldwide, I replace the copyright audio with something that's copyright free on YouTube's Creator Studio library. Otherwise, I leave it alone. For the most part. It just seems to me a significant portion of my YouTube videos could potentially be seen fall under similar cases to this graduation number 5 video, my graduation party number 5 video that got taken down. In terms of it being transformative, one factor to consider is whether you added new expression or meaning to the copyrighted work. But when it comes to fair use, it's ultimately decided by the courts. And by a legal process. The decision to submit a counter notification is not one to be made lightly. Which is why I've been thinking so much about it in the last hours.